Greetings 3D designers. In this video we are going to learn how to take our SVG module files and prepare them for production in the design space for our plotter cutter. So let's turn that space on. You should have this Cricut Design Space downloaded to your computer. It takes a few moments to open. And once it's open, we're going to head up here to the top right side to make a new project. This space is the canvas space, and we'll be spending most of our time here today. So come over to the lower left-hand side, click Upload, and upload image here on the left in the center. Browse to the file that you want to print. I'm headed for this 22-inch setup for our module. And I'm going to accept the default name and upload it. Here, we need to click on this to make it active. You see the green outline? We will add to canvas. Now when it comes into the canvas, you'll notice that the Cricut Design Space isn't as smart as we would like it to be. It has actually changed the size that we want. So I am going to come over here to size. I'm going to click the little padlock to lock it. So now that what we do is we'll change one dimension. So this 3.78 inch, I went and measured it on the other file. And it actually needs to be like 6 7/8. So I'm going to change that to 6, tab. And now because it was locked, it constrains the whole thing. So the width and the length are proportional. Over here on the right-hand side, we have a long menu of layers that this design space has sort of extracted from our SVG file. Let me click on the board. And let's look at these things one at a time. First of all, this is very dark blue, so it's just hard to see. So I'm going to go into these dark blue shapes and turn them off just so you can see the choices that we're making. Great. What that leaves then are these lines that we know we want to use as score lines. So let's click on this. We've got them all selected at once, but what I'm noticing here is that it's going to encompass some of these blue lines, so I don't think that's a smart thing. Let's click away from that. Let's click on this. Now, I like that a lot better. Do you see how we have only one set of score lines selected? So when that set is selected, come up here to Operation, click to pull down the menu, drag down to Score, click on that. It becomes dotted lines. So let's do that again for these others. In here. So we'll roll up a little bit. I'm going to click on this layer and it has just this set of scores. We'll change that to score. Rolling up a little further. This will be interesting. Let's click on this and see what we get. So that's a multiple selection. I don't want to use that. Let's go up to this layer. Excellent. See how we have just those score lines. Operation, pull down to score, changes to dotted lines. That's what we want. There. Now let's check here. Aha, there's one more we need to find. So let's roll back down through here. It's not that one. It's not that one. You can see at the bottom. It's okay. Not that one. So I think what we're going to have to do to get this is to come up in here. You see how this is multiples? And we're just going to click this first line. Let's see, I'm holding shift. Let's see if we can select it this way. Nope, we have to click on each one. There we go. Okay, so we had to click each layer by itself, each little line, but we do successfully have this selected now. We'll change that to score. Click away. Yes, we've got the whole thing. So that looks good. So now we have 4 units with the score lines designated. Now let's come back in. Let's just start at the bottom and let's turn the eyeball back on this. And this is highlighted with the blue. And can you see the operation does say basic cut? We're just going to work our way back up and verify this to be the case for all of these. So I'll click on this one. Oh, I have to turn the eyeball on. Great. So this one is also defined as basic cut. And that's really what we're going to find when it's the same color. That's how the program works. It's how the design space works. And this is why we made that decision back in Illustrator to define our cut lines as blue. So that's how blue has come into this design space, and it's going to be defined as the same action, and the default action in Cricut Space is the basic cut. If you want something besides basic cut, you have to go in and define it as something else. Very good. So now here we have our modules, and they all have their scores defined, those dotted lines, and they all have their outline, the cut line defined. Let's click at the top of the whole tree. So we're selecting everything. Come to the bottom center and select attach. What that means is all of these score lines are going to be defined in space in relation to the cut lines instead of just scattered randomly across our paper. Great, so now we are ready to make it.